So volume and speed. Those are two of the most important things that you got to focus on when you're starting a new habit. In World War II, the Germans had one of the best tanks. They had the Tiger tank. It was fitted with the best armor. It went 45 miles per hour. It had a really nice engine in there. And it was pretty much feared on the battlefield whenever it showed up. How did we win? How did the United States and Soviet Russia win that war? If they had the best technology, if they had the best tanks. For every Tiger tank and Panzer, or whatever the Germans were able to churn out, we had 3 of our own Shermans. And after a certain point, sheer numbers just overwhelmed. If you linger too long on trying to make whatever you're making perfect, you're just going to come out with a product that is, good, but it's going to be a one-off, and it's going to take too much energy, and you're going to find yourself out of stamina to make the next thing. If you were to go to the gym and, you benched 145 and it was the first time you're at the gym and you do like 3 reps and then you leave, and then the next day you're sore as hell, you're not going to want to go back. It's going to come off to you as a really, really painful experience, and you're not going to want to do it again. You need to find yourself at a nice pace where you can do the thing you want to do a lot. The competence will come with time, especially if you're reviewing yourself and reviewing your progress and making sure you're improving steadily. I'm sure you've heard, if you're in this self-improvement scene, I'm sure you've heard of this pottery class where one part of the class was told to make as many pots as humanly possible, right? Whereas the other class was told to make the perfect pot every single time. What ended up happening after a few months was the class that was told to make the multiple pots, as many as possible, actually ended up making the better pot. And the reason for that is they had more practice. Now, practice doesn't always mean perfect, but when you're looking at something like just producing content, it's much more valuable to just produce it as you go and improve as you go. It's better to not talk yourself out of doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And that's what's super important in the beginning, is the consistency, are you doing it again and again and again? You got to be like a machine gun. You just got to get it going, get it out, get it ready for the public. You want to get rich online, right? You want to get rich online. You want to sell something on the internet. Do you have something that you're selling? Do you have some way for someone to give you money? Now, at the moment, I don't, because I'm just focusing on pumping out these videos right now. But I heard this bit of advice from other people on the internet, and I just thought, man, that's a really good point. Like, we sit around thinking so much about what we want and talking about it and going, oh man, I wish I could be an entrepreneur online and not have to be nailed down to a job and not have to drive to a location, sit at a desk and get berated by a boss all day. But we miss the most critical part, which is the doing and not the thinking. I mentioned the thinker, the statue of that guy just kind of crunched down deep in thought. And he's just a statue. He's not really sitting there. He's not doing anything. He's just thinking. And no one can read your mind. So no matter what brilliant thoughts enter your mind, no one's going to see it, and nothing's really going to come of it until you actually take the radical action and do what you got to do. Now, I'm here to encourage that. I'm here to remind you of that. I can't make you do that. I can't force your hand to write the page. I can't force you to go to the gym. So you know, by all means finish the video, but get ready and go do what you gotta do. If that requires turning off this video, go ahead and do it. All I want is for you to succeed. The minute you think more than once about something you want to do, you're already fucking up. The best time to do it was weeks ago. The second best time is right now. So you got to get yourself moving. It's really that simple. You know, people click on these videos, people come to these self-improvement style videos and think, oh man, this is going to give me the key, this is going to give me the secret. Just do it. Do it as many times as you can muster. And set it up to a point where you can do it as many times as you can muster. I talked in the past video about, you know, keeping the goal as small and accessible as possible. This is kind of where it comes in as well. You got to make it as easy as you can. You know, the way I make these videos, I'm literally able to just hit, you know, set the camera up in the exact spot I've always been doing it and hit record. And I didn't even plan on making this video an hour before I went and did it. I mean, you know, I planned on it. I told myself I'm going to make a YouTube video today, but I never thought this early I'm actually going to bang it out, get it out of the way. And to be completely honest, I'm really pleased with myself about it. And I want you to feel that way too. I want you to be able to look at yourself and go, yes, I've checked it off the list. I've done the video, I've written the book, I've written the pages, I've studied, I've meditated, I've done all the things I want to do. Consistency is the key in the early parts of your self-improvement journey. It's the key. You don't got to do it great. You don't got to do it perfectly. You don't got to do it in the exact scientifically backed and correct way. You just got to do it. And if that means you got to face the music, embarrass yourself, put your ugliest foot forward, that's what you got to do. And I'm here to support you, okay? I'm going to give you some tough love. I'm going to tell you to stop being a pussy if you're avoiding it. But I'm here to support you. You could click on any of my videos and you can guarantee you're going to get some good advice from me about how to improve your self-improvement journey. And you know what? You're going to see me rise, and I pray to the good Lord above that I can see you rise as well. I pray to the good Lord above that I look down in my comments section and I see people going, oh man, my life was in the gutter, and then I stumbled across your videos and now I'm doing great, and now I don't want to kill myself anymore. I don't feel like a failure anymore. Those sorts of things. I always looked at people like that, like, you know, people, coaches, experts, people who really hit the nail on the head in terms of what people were doing wrong and why people were just miserable. And they helped them fix it. And then, you know, people paid them back in appreciation and saying, hey, look, my relationship with my dad is way better than it used to be, and that's because of you. The why is very important. The why is going to push you through those days where you don't want to do it. And, you know, that's another big part of how you're going to be able to boost your consistency, is just have a good reason why. It's going to be difficult, of course. You're going to be unsure of yourself. You're not even going to be sure if you're going to get the desired outcome, but that's just the way it works. Let me get that shit down. That's just the way it works. And that's just one of the things you're going to have to endure about it. Not two. Well, I think I've said all I needed to say. I hope you got as much out of this video as you can, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.